Hello guys, so this is Seal from Decent. So most of the time people ask me what is better, Rune Boots or Grandma Shoes for Mecha. There is a split answer in regards to this, and I think some of the people already answered it in their videos, but right now I'm going to do a comparison for Mecha. Previously the video is comparing the damage to Shuras, but right now I'll be testing it out on dummy, and probably I'll be asking someone from my guild to help me out in this video. So basically, what I want to do is do a clean damage test with the Grandma Shoes and do a clean test with plus 8 rune boots. So technically this is a comparison of plus 8 rune boots and plus 12 Grandma Shoes. Why plus 8 versus plus 12? Because this is the only thing that I have currently, the plus 8 boots and the plus 12 Grandma Shoes. But technically, if the plus 8 rune boots already outdamages the Grandma Shoes, it's impossible for Grandma Shoes to be stronger than the plus 12 rune boots. So for their price comparison, plus 8 rune boots is actually cheaper, a lot cheaper than the Grandma. Slatted Grandma right now is 115. I'm not really sure on how much is it right now. It's not loading up properly, but I think it's around 60 million. While the plus 12 rune boots is around 240 million for a slotted version. So the price is really steep. It's really high right now. So what we'll be doing is do a raw test, do a full buffs test, and do a full buffs with food test with the dummy. So let's set the dummy to 50%. There's a chart. I'll be posting it here in the video. Just look somewhere here. I'm not really sure where I'll be placing it after I do the editing, but I'll be showing a chart of the defense and the damage reduction that each setting has. So just take it with a grain of salt. Don't take it really accurately, but that's a raw computation of what the defense of the settings is all about. So basically, right now, oh shit, I already pressed my prepare for elite. So okay, let's first do the test with buffs. So right now, I'll be doing no shoes or anything. So let's take the second damage as our comparison. So it's 700,442. Now let's wear the plus 12 the Grandma Shoes. It's 730. Lastly, let's do the rune boots. As you can see, rune boots already outperforms the Grandma Shoes. But before we get into this a little bit deeper, my rune boots actually has 2.7 physical damage increase, while my Grandma Slippers has physical damage increased by 1%. I think this should be a little bit small of difference, because plus 12 Grandma Sleepers already has 3% of the physical damage, while the advantage of getting a rune boots is actually having more attack percentage. For plus 8, you're getting around 5% damaging attack percentage, include the 2.7 damage increase. While the plus 12 Wolf Grandma Sleepers only has 2% attack and around 4% physical damage increase if you add up the 1% in the enchant and the 3% in plus 12. So basically, rune boots wins the department of attack percentage, while Grandma Wolf Sleepers should win in the category of physical damage increase. So let's wait for my buffs to wear off, then let's test the raw damage. As you can see, the damage difference isn't that big, it's around 2,000, but Rune Boots 8 is actually cheaper. But I'm actually just lucky because I have a PDI enchant on my rune boots. But I think if I didn't have a PDI, a physical damage increase, I think Grandma Slippers would actually win the damage test. However, you should also consider the price of the two items. Wait, let me put up my trading master. I'll try to check the price of the rune boots. A slotted plus 8 rune boots. Okay, so there's nothing in the market right now. While the plus 12 rune boots is actually 260 million already, which is double the price of the plus 12 rune Grandma Sleepers. So just think about it. Okay, this is 67 million. So you can buy 2 rune boots, plus 8 rune boots to buy 1 plus 12. Okay, let me just wait for this to cool down, and I'll be cutting out the video here. Okay, now we're back. So I don't have any buffs right now, as you can see. Right now I'm not wearing any shoes as well. So let's test out my arms cannon on the dummy with 50% dummy strength without any boots. So currently it's around 510k. Let's now wear the plus 8 rune boots. It's 534. It's 534. Yeah, it's really 534. Now let's test out the plus 12 Grandma Slippers. So it's 532. So there's a damage difference of 2k. 2k damage difference. Do you think that the 60 million price difference is worth it? So that's a few things that you can consider when choosing rune boots over Grandma Slippers. The plus 8 rune boots versus Grandma Slippers. Then right now let's test out with food. So I'm gonna use the 6 pieces penetration. I'm gonna use 6 pieces penetration, and I'm gonna use all my buffs. Unless, let's test out the damage. Wait, why is this not eating? What? Okay, I'll try to eat the food outside first. Okay. So what I want to test in this scenario is if I have all my buffs and if I have all my food, does the 3% attack really matters? Does the 3% attack from the rune boots really matters over the PDI? Because there has been a lot of debate when it comes to attack percentage and physical damage increase. Majority of the people say that more attack is decremental compared to having more PDI. But currently my Grandma Shoes has 4% PDI over my 2.7% rune boots. So by having full buffs and having the food, it should be the Grandma Sleepers that comes to the top. It should be the Grandma Sleepers who has more damage. Hopefully, because I spent a lot of money in here already. So let's try it out right now. So first, let's do no boots. So it's 1.2 million with Grandma. 1.240. 1,240. 1,241 as the peak. For plus 8 rune boots, it's almost the same. It's 1,249. So there's only a difference of 7,000. I'm switching out the items, as you can see. So it turns out that the plus 8 rune boots actually outdamages the plus 12 Grandma Sleepers and costs half of it. So now guys, you could actually consider if getting a Grandma Sleepers is actually better. Do a retest about it. What was the buff that got out? I think it's Overtrust. Then I'll try to use Max Overtrust Max. I don't know what happened. There was a time that Grandma Sleepers actually was stronger than the Rune Boots. Oh, here. So basically, it's now stronger than the... No, I think the damage is fluctuating. Okay, I think this is more accurate. Rune Boot still outperforms everything that the Grandma Sleepers does. As plus 8. So basically, if you have a plus 12 Rune Boots, it's gonna be way stronger than your Grandma Sleepers. The only advantage of getting the Grandma Sleepers right now is you have additional 4% ignore defense. And you have additional move speed, which doesn't really help a mechanic. Because you don't get any movement penalty or movement buffs. You walk in your Madugir as least. So you don't get any faster or get any slower. Also, you get more Vit. However, Rune Boots actually gives you a 30% healing increase. Actually, I don't think it's just 30. Oh yeah, it's just 30%. But you get more HP with the Grandma Sleepers. So that's for you to decide if Grandma Sleepers is actually worth on getting it. For my next test, we'll be doing it on a person. So let's check on PvP if what's better, Grandma plus 12 or Rune Boots plus 8. Okay, so right now we'll be doing a test. So I've invited one of my guildmates to do this test with me. So I'll be using STRB as well and Dexmeal for maximum damage probably. So we could actually test out all the scenarios. I'll be using all my buffs as well. So I'll be hiding his name for his security. And also he requested me to hide his name. So I'm using Overthrust, Meltdown, Weapon Perfection, and Overthrust Max. So I'll be doing an arms cannon test. So first item that I'll be choosing is plus 8 Rune Boots. Okay, I'll be doing it now. So my damage currently is 149k, 147 after my second pop. Okay, it's around 149k. This is using Rune Boots. So the next item that we will be testing is the Grandma Sleepers. So let's do a rebuff again and let's make sure that everything is okay. We'll be taking into account the second pop of the arms cannon because that's the one with the less 40% ignore defense. Okay, we'll be doing it now. 138k. 150k. Apparently, Grandma Sleepers is stronger than Rune Boots plus 8 when it comes to PvP. But the difference is really small. I don't think I can justify it, the price of it. The damage is just 200. The damage difference is just 200. We'll be testing it out one more time because I broke his equipment. Okay, 149 still for Rune Boots. And 150 for Grandma Shoes. Okay. So it turns out that Grandma Sleepers is actually stronger in PvP. But the damage difference is just 200. So when you get the plus 12 Rune Boots, I think the plus 12 Rune Boots will actually outdamage the plus 12 Grandma Sleepers. But personally, I think the synth version of the Grandma Sleepers will be better than the Rune Boots. I think it's gonna give more PDI or probably something else, while the Rune Boots is designed to be multifunctional and increases more raw attack and raw mat attack. I'm not really sure if this is actually an accurate comparison, but here is my current stat, my PvP stat. So I'm currently running at 16k attack, and that is currently my damage to him. It's 150k for the Grandma Sleepers and 149k for the Rune Boots. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. If you want more content, please subscribe to my channel. Comment down also in my video on the other things that you want to see me compare or even do as a mecha. Probably I'll be posting also soon the Thanatos Tower Legends damage test that I've done recently. So alright guys, thank you so much. Goodbye for now. Peace out.